how to stop existing and start living. Each and every one of us are responsible for our lives, to be a higher, better version of ourselves. There are many benefits of building a life that is full and enriched for us, authentically tied to what we enjoy. Life is, as they say it, what you make it. And what we make of our lives can be the very making of us. One of the tenets of Buddhism speaks to the necessity to constantly create interest in life. It is important, regardless of your age group, to constantly create interest in life. In other words, we are responsible for creating purpose in our lives at every age, creating interest. That's what brings you joy and also helps you, not fall into the traps of depression and sadness. We all have life tasks and responsibilities that demand much of our time and energy. Often we fall into routines that leave us little or no time to explore life beyond our to-do list. Many times when life becomes mundane and boring, we find our mood fluctuates. We get more irritable, short, temperamental, moody, anxious, and simply bored and unmotivated to move forward with healthy, habits about life or raising our kids or just making our life more interesting and fulfilling. What's more, many of us are told from a young age to find a lucrative career path, work hard, stick to it, build a life that is safe and secure. I often tell people being well adjusted to a sick society is unhealthy. I don't mean we're all in a sick society, but we definitely reinforce a lot of things about responsibility, cutting out things, sacrificing, overworking, being competitive, and that is a sick quality to have. We end up getting into a rat race of a hamster on the wheel, trying really, really hard to get somewhere, but where are we getting to? And are we getting exhausted and sick? Or are we actually bringing in joyful moments of pleasure, joy, gratitude? We end up thinking about life somehow becomes all about acquiring material goods and creating financial security to keep our families safe, sound, and comfortable. We can end up focused so much on our goals and trying to get somewhere and acquire something and build security that we miss out on what makes life enjoyable and meaningful at every age. We often end up postponing enjoyment in life until we have the perfect job, house, spouse, family, retirement plan, and the list goes on. Each of us do it. We do. We are then left with little time for making genuine connections with others or with ourselves. In doing so, we postpone the joy of creating interest in our lives. 19th century author John A. Shedd wrote, "A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what a ship is for." We don't want to be safe in harbor. We want to sail. We want to enjoy life. We want to flourish. We want to blossom. His metaphor profoundly illustrates the concept of a life spent merely in existing rather than living. Explore your life right now. Are you living with full color? Or are you existing in a mundane, hamster on the wheel, routine, filled with responsibilities and little time for pleasure and joy? Life is more about work, or is it more about bringing in moments of pleasure, joy, playfulness, and laughter? Oftentimes, most of us do make life about work, school, and material wealth and possessions. If we don't create an interest in life, constantly bringing in interest in life, we are missing the fun of being alive. We're not noticing all the beautiful things around us, and we're buzzing around in this rat race of a life, feeling exhausted, depleted, and unmotivated to keep moving forward. Those fun, playful moments are what bring you motivation in life, bring you the drive to get up and do the responsibilities. When we miss out on the fun, we're not really living, we're just existing. And sometimes it feels like we're dragging our way through life. It's important for each and every one of us to take this mindful moment to explore what makes me happy and healthy. Am I engaging in activities that make me healthy and happy? There's so many research studies out there exploring health and happiness and how it's not tied to work, wealth, and possessions, but more maintaining quality relationships with our friends, family, community, and the world, nature, ourselves. Are you taking time to make sure things are enjoyable for you? It is important to create a full and enriched life. That's right. It is the quality of our connections with ourselves, our world, our nature, our environments, our friends and family that matter the most and keep us healthy and happy, not only for others, but for ourselves. When we develop connections with other people through shared interests, we open a door to lifelong friendships. And we open doors within ourselves to see new sides of us. Everything outside of you is constantly showing you sides of yourself. And in order to create a full and enriched life, we need to look beyond our work and career, expand our social networks, engage and enjoy learning new things. Again, if you don't explore and experience new things, how do you really know what you like and don't like? At least try things once before you rule out that I don't like that. By trying new things, you open yourself up to meeting new people, opportunities to see what you're really good at, because you just sometimes don't know how many amazing things there are about yourself until you encounter new experiences. We each are learning each and every day new aspects of ourselves. We need to strive to create interest in life. We need to build meaningful connections with ourselves by trying new things, and then expand to making connections with people beyond our family and our inner circle. We open doors to discover new and exciting aspects of the world, ourselves, and then our lives become richer, more interesting, more fulfilled. And then you'll notice you grow in ways that you could have never possibly imagined. When we become interested in our life on a day-to-day basis, we also become interesting to everyone we interact with. Interested means we're interesting to others, the world. In short, we stop existing and start living. These days, we have so much on our plates and so little time to spare that sometimes we struggle with not having an idea of where to begin or how to start. As anyone with a busy life can attest to, we do get scheduled things done. And I would encourage you to schedule even self-care time to go inwards and explore what would interest me, what would bring me joy in this moment. A great way to start is set an intention and schedule a time in your life to devote new pursuits of new interests, things that you've never tried. Even if you have no idea what your interests may be, just allow yourself to notice what's out there and available and give yourself a chance to try things and see if you like it or not to pursue again. If you don't try it, you surely cannot say you don't know if you're going to enjoy it. Think about hobbies or skills that spark your sense of curiosity. If you would like to know how to paint landscapes or portraits, take yourself to an art gallery or an exhibit. Chances are, no matter what you're interested in exploring, there is someone somewhere out there offering a class, a workshop, a group, or an event that will help you get started. Sports, travel, food, the arts, helping others, storytelling, crafts, gardening, whatever sparks your interest. Let's find a way to become engaged and connected, even if it's for short durations. When we make time to give ourselves permission to create interest in life, we really open ourselves up to an authentic life of possibility with broader horizons, new and fulfilling relationships, and joyful experiences. You need to factor yourself in the equation of your life, but not just factor yourself with responsibilities and tasks, but factor yourself with joyful moments of interest, hobbies, connections, fulfillment, things that bring a smile to your face, things that open you up for adventures, pleasure. Bring some passion into your days, make you feel more engaged and connected. It's important to start reflecting on these things. Let's take a mindful moment right now to inhale and exhale and reflect on what I've been speaking about. Reflect on what are things that bring me joy? What are things I'd like to explore that I have maybe left behind in my youth that I used to enjoy that maybe I can bring back in my life? Let's take a look inwards right now. Deep inhale in and breathe out. Another deep inhale in and breathe out. Taking this moment of silence to reflect on, am I existing and how can I start living? What are things I can factor in that would bring me more interest, pleasure, a smile on my face, passion, engagement, and connection? As I welcome you back from this mindful moment, when you begin to factor what interests you in the equation of your life, you truly expand your horizons and you start living. By investing time and energy into yourself, you not only enrich yourself and your own life, but you enrich the people around you. You inspire them. You become more dynamic, passionate about your life, engaged, and connected to others. And remember, you stop merely existing by starting to start living. How to start living? There's life beyond our life tasks and responsibilities, and it's up to us to find and develop our own passions and build meaningful connections with people who share our interests. By watching others, you sometimes get inspired to try new things. So pause and reflect to notice what other people are doing. Notice what people do to ignite interest in their life and see if there's something that you want to try. Commit to the intention of creating more interest in life. Every day, as each day, you got to live fully and live as if it's your last day, because you got to live each day, not knowing if you really do have the next. Prioritizing something is a first step to kickstarting interest in life. Schedule time for yourself to explore what might interest you. As every busy person knows, what gets scheduled does get done. Schedule time to read, a bubble bath, a walk in the park, a hobby, an interest, a connection with a friend, a phone call, writing a letter, poetry, journaling. Come on, look at things that you love, baking, foods, interests. Even if you just have 1 hour a week, make time for yourself to think, imagine, explore, and dream about what new interests may lie. I go on a date with myself every week at a little cafe or restaurant and journal out new things I want to try, concert tickets I want to buy, movies I want to see, or books I want to read, and activities I might want to try. I was going kayaking this summer. It was wonderful. Change up familiar routines. Take a different way home and pay attention to what you might see or find. Does a riding stable around look interesting? A hiking trail, a bookstore, a kayaking stall, or a restaurant you've never seen before spark your interest to try. Let's try new things and see if you enjoy them. Let's explore our environments. Many times we don't even know what's in our neighborhoods. We need to take time out to see what's offered. Think about what once brought you joy. Do you sometimes wish you can keep up with a hobby of something that you loved that you never brought back into your life once you got into work or school or had children? Might you like to revisit your lost love of making music or a hobby of sketching or painting? Let's look at things that are abandoned as passions and bring them back in. Photography, cooking, restoring cars, world cinema. Join a club or a class or volunteer your time to help those in need. Sometimes do a buddy system, because many times we hold ourselves accountable if others are coming with us. If you have an interest in something you know about, or you would like to enhance your understanding or skills in an area, let's try to look into it. There's always someone out there offering an opportunity to engage in topics that you are interested in. There's a whole world out there doing things. Let's join and try to find the people that are our tribe members that also share interests. Many times you make good friends, also engaging in hobbies and interests that we enjoy. Let's reach out, explore our environment, explore our world, and go inward to see what would bring me joy. That joy also brings us a lot of gratitude in our lives. Keep this in mind, and remember, stop existing and let's start living.